What if I told you that the most dangerous time of your day is when you feel the safest? It's not during a busy commute. It's not while you're lifting something heavy. For those of us over 60, the greatest risk often arrives in the dead of night. Between midnight and 6 a.m., while the world is still and you are sound asleep. Have you ever woken up with a pounding headache or a strange numbness in your arm and just brushed it off as sleeping in a funny position? Most people do. But as a brain doctor, I've seen the devastating truth behind these seemingly small incidents. Here's a fact that should concern all of us. Strokes are alarmingly more common during these quiet, sleeping hours. Why? Picture this. As you sleep, your body enters a state of rest. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure naturally dips, and your circulation becomes more sluggish. If you're even slightly dehydrated, and many of us are without realizing it, your blood can become thicker like honey. This combination creates the perfect storm inside your arteries, a silent, brewing danger that can lead to a catastrophic event, all while you're dreaming. But what if you could build a shield, a simple nightly defense that works while you rest? What if that shield wasn't a complicated new medication, but something as simple, as comforting, as a warm drink before you turn out the lights? Welcome back to Stroke and Heart Attack. I am here today to be your guide on this positive journey. We are going to walk through, step by step, 9 powerful yet simple bedtime drinks. Many of their ingredients are likely already in your kitchen. These aren't magic potions, but they are backed by real, solid science to support your circulation, calm your nervous system, and dramatically lower your risk of a stroke while you sleep. I want you to watch this until the very last second, because by the end, you'll have a toolkit of choices that could genuinely protect your brain and your future. So tell me in the comments below, do you already have a bedtime drink you swear by? I'd love to hear what's been working for you. It's a wonderful way we can all learn from each other. Now, let's begin with our first gentle guardian for the night. If your mind often races the moment your head hits the pillow, this first drink is for you. It's not just a calming tea, it's a quiet healer for a stressed-out nervous system. I'm talking about lemon balm. As some of you have already discovered, drinks like lemon balm tea can truly change your nights. For centuries, this gentle herb from the mint family has been a trusted remedy for anxiety and restlessness. For those of us in our golden years, when stress seems to weigh heavier and sleep can be elusive, lemon balm is a true gift from nature. What makes it so special for stroke prevention? Its power lies in its ability to gently soothe the nervous system without causing that foggy, hungover feeling some sleep aids do. When your nervous system is calm, your blood pressure is more stable. You avoid those dangerous spikes that can strain fragile blood vessels. The science backs this up. Research from Northumbria University in the UK found that even a single dose of lemon balm extract significantly improved mood and increased a sense of calmness. But it goes deeper. Lemon balm also supports your cardiovascular system directly. It contains compounds that help relax the inner lining of your blood vessels, a function that is absolutely critical for healthy blood flow. Think of your arteries as garden hoses. When they are relaxed and flexible, water flows easily. When they are tense and stiff, pressure builds up. Lemon balm helps keep your hoses flexible. In fact, a 2012 study reported that lemon balm can help reduce both systolic and diastolic blood pressure in people with mild hypertension. This is exactly the kind of gentle support we need when our bodies are most vulnerable. I remember a patient, a 72-year-old retired CEO named Arthur, who was a classic Type A personality. He couldn't turn off his brain at night, and his evening blood pressure readings were always high. He was skeptical, but he agreed to swap his nightly glass of wine for a warm cup of lemon balm tea. After a month, he reported not only sleeping more deeply, but his evening blood pressure had dropped by an average of 8 points. How to prepare it? Simply steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried lemon balm leaves in a cup of hot water for about 30 to 45 minutes. Don't boil the leaves as it can destroy their delicate oils. Strain it and sip it slowly about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. This simple ritual sends a signal to your body and mind it's time to rest, repair, and protect. Next, we have a classic that your grandmother probably swore by. A warm glass of water with a touch of raw honey and a squeeze of fresh lemon. It feels like a hug in a mug, but its benefits are far more than just comfort. Many of you are already making this a nightly ritual for better senior health. This simple concoction works on several levels to protect you overnight. First, the lemon. Lemons are packed with vitamin C, a powerhouse antioxidant. But for your blood vessels, its most important role is supporting the production of something called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a gas that tells your arteries to relax and widen, allowing blood to flow freely. Better blood flow means a lower chance of a clot forming. Now, the honey, and I must stress, raw honey. Raw honey contains potent antioxidants like flavonoids that fight inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is a silent enemy that stiffens arteries over time, dramatically increasing stroke risk. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that regular intake of lemon flavonoids was associated with better vascular function in older adults. Together, this pair is a dynamic duo for your nighttime health. The warmth of the water is also crucial. It's soothing and helps the body absorb these nutrients effectively. The natural sugars in honey can also help deliver tryptophan, a sleep-promoting amino acid to the brain, resulting in a calmer mind. How to prepare it? Use water that is warm, not boiling hot, to preserve the enzymes in the raw honey. Mix the juice of half a lemon with 1 teaspoon of raw, unfiltered honey. Stir until dissolved. Drink it slowly, about 30 minutes before you plan to sleep. It's a simple, inexpensive, and powerful nightly habit. If you prefer something a bit fruitier, this next option is a vascular powerhouse, an unsweetened blueberry smoothie. As some of you have wondered, yes, a blueberry smoothie before bed really can help with senior health. Now, when I say smoothie, I don't mean the giant sugary milkshakes you get at a mall. I mean a small, concentrated dose of brain-protecting nutrients. Blueberries are rich in a special group of antioxidants called anthocyanins. These are the compounds that give them their beautiful, deep blue color. For your blood vessels, they are miracle workers. A landmark study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who consumed blueberries daily saw significant improvements in blood vessel function and a reduction in arterial stiffness in just a matter of weeks. Why is this so important for stroke risk? Stiff arteries are brittle arteries. They can't adapt to changes in blood pressure, making them more prone to damage or blockage. By keeping your arteries flexible and resilient, you are building a powerful defense. Furthermore, these anthocyanins cross the blood-brain barrier, offering direct anti-inflammatory protection to your brain cells. As many of you have pointed out, it's amazing how a simple drink can be so powerful for brain health. How to prepare it? This must be a small smoothie, about 6 to 8 ounces. A large one can disrupt sleep. Blend half a cup of frozen blueberries, half a small banana for creaminess and potassium, and a splash of unsweetened almond or oat milk. The key here is no added sugar. Sugar will spike your blood glucose and undermine the benefits. Drink this about an hour before bed. It's a delicious treat that's working hard to protect you. This next option might be the simplest of all, yet it addresses one of the most common deficiencies I see in adults over 60, magnesium. We're talking about magnesium-rich mineral water. I've seen in the comments that some of you have already given this a try and are feeling calmer. Magnesium is nature's relaxation mineral. It plays a role in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body, but its most vital function for heart and brain health is relaxing smooth muscle cells. Your blood vessels are lined with these cells. When they are relaxed, your blood pressure goes down and your circulation improves. Unfortunately, magnesium levels tend to decline with age. Certain medications, like diuretics for blood pressure, can deplete it further. The result? Tense blood vessels, a higher risk of irregular heartbeats, and elevated blood pressure, all significant stroke risk factors. The beauty of getting magnesium from mineral water is its high bioavailability, meaning your body can absorb and use it very easily. It also serves a dual purpose. It helps you sleep. Magnesium is essential for the proper function of GABA receptors in your brain, the same ones that lemon balm and valerian root influence. It calms the brain. How to prepare it? This is the easy part. Look for a natural mineral water brand that clearly lists the magnesium content on the label. Aim for one with at least 50 milligrams per liter. You don't need to drink a lot. Just a single glass, about 8 ounces, sipped slowly in the hour before bed, is enough to start replenishing your levels and calming your entire system. Before we move on to our next creamy brain-boosting drink, I want to check in with you. If this information is helping you feel more in control of your health, if it's giving you hope, please take a moment to press the like button and subscribe to our channel, Stock and Heart Attack. Sharing this video is an act of love. It could help a friend, a parent, or a neighbor take a simple step to protect their own health. When people think of brain food, walnuts are often at the top of the list, and for good reason. So let's turn this brain food into a comforting bedtime drink, warm walnut milk. It's a choice that many are now calling a senior health win. Unlike many other nuts, walnuts are exceptionally rich in a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Your body uses ALA to fight inflammation everywhere, from your joints to your arteries. A study in the prestigious journal Circulation found that older adults who regularly consumed walnuts had healthier, more flexible blood vessels. But here's the fascinating part for our nightly routine. Walnuts are one of the few plant foods that naturally contain melatonin, the very hormone your brain produces to regulate sleep. So when you drink warm walnut milk, you are getting a 2-for-1 benefit. The ALA is working to soothe and protect your blood vessels, while the natural melatonin is helping you drift into a deep, restorative sleep. It's the perfect synergy for nighttime stroke prevention. How to prepare it? You can buy unsweetened walnut milk, but making it at home is simple and ensures there are no additives. Soak a 1/4 cup of raw walnuts for a few hours. Drain them, then blend with 1 cup of fresh, warm water until completely smooth. Strain it through a fine mesh sieve. Drink a small, warm glass about 45 minutes before bed. It's creamy, satisfying, and deeply nourishing for your brain. Now, a word of caution. This next tea is potent. It has a very strong, earthy aroma that some find unusual, but its effects are undeniable. We are talking about valerian root tea. Valerian is perhaps the most well-studied natural sleep aid in the world. Its primary mechanism is increasing the levels of that calming neurotransmitter we mentioned earlier, GABA, in the brain. For those struggling with serious sleep issues, it can be a true game changer. But how does it relate to stroke risk? The connection is twofold. First, by promoting deep, uninterrupted sleep, it allows your body to enter its most profound healing state. This is when your cardiovascular system gets a chance to repair itself. Second, Research has shown that valerian can have a mild blood pressure lowering effect. It gently relaxes the blood vessels, easing the tension in your circulatory system. For someone whose blood pressure tends to be high, this gentle nightly support can be incredibly beneficial. As one viewer shared, making this for a loved one is a precious act. How to prepare it? Because of its strong flavor, I recommend starting with a small amount. Steep about half a teaspoon of valerian root in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes. Many people like to blend it with a more palatable herb like chamomile or even the lemon balm we discussed earlier. Drink it about 45 minutes to an hour before you intend to sleep. This is not a tea to be taken lightly. Use it when you truly need deep restorative rest.
We often think of oats as a breakfast food, hearty start to the day. But a warm oat drink before bed can be a comforting, powerful ally for your heart. Oats are famous for a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber is a superstar when it comes to your cholesterol. It forms a gel-like substance in your digestive tract that binds to cholesterol and prevents it from being absorbed into your bloodstream. Specifically, it helps lower LDL, the bad cholesterol that forms plaques in your arteries, the very plaques that can rupture and cause a stroke. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has published studies showing that daily oat consumption directly lowers the risk of cardiovascular events in older adults. But that's not all. Oats are also a natural source of melatonin and magnesium, our sleep-promoting power couple. This makes a warm oat drink incredibly soothing, helping to calm the nervous system and prepare you for rest. It's a cozy way to invest in your health. How to prepare it? You don't need a fancy oat milk product. Simply blend half a cup of plain, cooked oatmeal with a cup of warm water until smooth. Add a dash of cinnamon for flavor and its anti-inflammatory benefits, but please, skip the sugar. The goal is to stabilize your blood sugar overnight, not spike it. Its creamy texture is deeply satisfying and will leave you feeling full and calm, while those beta-glucans get to work cleaning house in your arteries. Besides a warm drink, what is one other simple thing you do to relax before bed? Perhaps it's reading a chapter of a book, listening to quiet music, or a few gentle stretches. Share your go-to relaxation habit in the comments below. Your personal tip could be a wonderful new idea for someone else in our community to try. We have 2 very surprising drinks left, and the next one uses a part of a common fruit that most people throw away without a second thought. Let's see what it is.
Here is a drink that uses a part of the fruit you most likely throw away: lemon peel tea. I saw in the comments someone just tried this and found it surprisingly helpful. It might sound strange, but the peel of a lemon is a concentrated source of powerful compounds that are fantastic for your vascular system. Specifically, lemon peels are rich in flavonoids like hesperidin and diosmin. Scientific studies have found that these specific flavonoids can improve circulation, reduce arterial stiffness, and support healthy blood pressure. They essentially help to tone your blood vessels, keeping them strong and responsive. This is precisely the kind of support your body needs during the vulnerable nighttime hours. Furthermore, the essential oils in the lemon peel have a gentle detoxifying effect on the liver. A healthy liver is crucial for managing inflammation throughout the body. And as we know, managing inflammation is key to preventing stroke. The uplifting, clean aroma of the lemon peel is also a well-known anxiety reliever, helping to clear your mind before sleep. How to prepare it? It is vital that you use an organic, thoroughly washed lemon for this. You do not want to be steeping pesticides. Use a vegetable peeler to create a few strips of the peel. Place them in a mug of hot water and let them steep for 10 minutes. The taste is slightly bitter, a sign of its potent compounds. Sip it warm about 30 minutes before bed. We'll close our list with a creamy, familiar classic that has some surprising benefits, especially for older adults: unsweetened soy milk. I'm so glad to see many of you are already adding this to your routine. Soy is rich in plant-based compounds called isoflavones. These compounds have been studied extensively for their heart protective effects. A 2020 study in the European Journal of Nutrition found that daily soy intake helped improve the flexibility of arteries and lowered blood pressure in older individuals. Flexible arteries are youthful arteries. They can handle the natural fluctuations in blood pressure that occur overnight without sustaining damage. Additionally, these same isoflavones have been linked to better sleep quality, particularly in postmenopausal women and seniors, likely by influencing melatonin production. So once again, we have a drink that provides a dual benefit: direct support for your blood vessels and promotion of deep, healing sleep. The key is to choose a product that is unsweetened. Added sugars will negate the benefits. Look for one that is organic and preferably fortified with calcium and vitamin D for added bone health support. How to prepare it? Gently warm a small glass on the stove. Don't boil it, just bring it to a comforting, warm temperature. Enjoy it 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Its familiar, soothing nature is a wonderful way to end the day, knowing you're doing something simple but profound for your long-term health. So, there you have it. 9 everyday drinks that quietly carry the power to support your heart, your blood vessels, and your brain while you sleep. None of them are exotic or hard to find. They are in your grocery store, maybe even in your kitchen right now, just waiting to become part of your daily rhythm of self-care. I want you to leave this video today, not with a sense of fear, but with a feeling of empowerment. Your health is not something that just happens to you. It is a house you build. Day by day, night by night, one simple, thoughtful choice at a time. A good night's sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's an active process of healing, rebuilding, and protecting your most vital organs. Tonight, when the world quiets down, choose one of these drinks. Make it your ritual. Let it be a quiet act of self-love. As so many of you have said, you feel seen and supported, and that is what senior health is all about. If this video has provided you with value, please help us spread this message. Like the video, share it with a friend or family member you care about, and subscribe to Stock and Heart Attack for more health insights you can trust. Let me know in the comments which drink you're going to try first. Remember, your health is a journey, not a race. And the more love and care you give your body, the more it gives back to you in strength, in energy, and in peace of mind. You've got this.